Following contest is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the 175-pound weight class under MMA rules. First, out of the red corner, please welcome Kaine Gunter.
I love his nickname, the perfect spin off of his first name,
nice,
right?
I like it. Well done, Kaine Gunter. We are back for the second half of the show. Miranda, Maverick, joined by J.R. Gordon. Woody is our ring announcer. We are welcoming our first set of fighters to the cage for the second half of the show. We're going to finish it up with a couple of MMA fights, a couple of Muay Thai fights, and our pro main event of the evening, bare-knuckled MMA.
So excited for that. But for now, we have Kaine Gunter, Hurricane Gunter, coming in. It's not his debut. It'll be 1-0 coming into the cage, seeing if he can be 2-0 by the time he leaves. 28 years old.
Does not want the O to go.
No. Fighting out 605 MMA too, out of South Dakota. So not exactly hometown, but still high elevation, right?
Yes,
so shouldn't have any
indeed.
issues with that.
Got the smoke machine going on in here like it was a Halloween party, and we're coughing it up a little bit.
Smell all the different kinds of smoke too.
So tell us what's up next for you.
So I'll be fighting December 11th against Aaron Blanchfield. For UFC pay-per-view actually in Las Vegas. It'll be my
Excellent.
first one with a crowd, so I'm super excited for that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll get to have more than just my corners show up this time,
Nice.
hopefully. But my dad's always in my corner, so that's always nice. But I should also be able to bring my fiance and maybe part of my family.
And his opponent, representing the blue corner, please welcome Tyrell Strickland.
Tyrell Bama Strickland. It looked like it indicated he's maybe from Alabama originally, because I know it stands for Alabama is what it was meant for.
Possibly so. These fighters evenly matched here at 28 years old. A little bit of a height advantage for Mr. Strickland at 6'1" versus the 5'10" Gunter. Of course, they both made weight, and it's 1-0 versus 0-1. Freestyle versus boxer. Mr. Strickland out of Pueblo, Colorado. Gunter out of South Dakota. So both these guys had a bit of a drive to get here this evening.
Very much so. We'll see if Tyrell can get his first win here tonight or if Kaine can move to 2-0. Something also interesting to note is that Tyrell is claiming a boxing style coming into this fight, while Kaine is claiming freestyle. So Warrior Built MMA is where Tyrell's out of. Maybe they do have more of a boxing background, or maybe he
Possibly
does.
so.
I'm not sure.
This MMA match is presented by Arapahoe Kia. First, out of the SMG red corner, he represents 605 MMA, fighting out of Rapid City, South Dakota. Please welcome Hurricane Gunter. And his opponent, fighting out of the Fowler Jeep of Boulder blue corner, he represents Warrior Built MMA, fighting out of Pueblo, Colorado. Give it up for Tyrell Bama Strickland.
I'm always very amused by the fighters who punch themselves in the face before the fight, but I've heard that so that first punch doesn't shock you as much.
As though he wasn't about to get enough of that.
Touch him up. Back to your corners, please.
All right, welcome back to the second half of Sparta 90. Here we go. It's punchy kiki time.
I like that. Oh, that was right, too. nice. Oh, hard swings.
Brutal.
We saw Kaine land that hard leg kick.
Ooh, nice answer by Strickland, but Gunter bringing the power with his kicks. Kaine wanting to answer back. Superman punch.
Tyrell watching his distance there so that he doesn't get in the way of Kaine's power that he's bringing there. Both these boys are welterweight 175, so obviously a lot of power is going to be behind these hands, plus the speed. They both are pretty athletic-looking guys. Spin around by Gunter we just saw.
Strickland doing a nice job measuring the distance here early on. Seems other than having even those leg kicks, he seems to have a real good read on the distance.
It seems like it. He needs to, too. You can tell Gunter kind of putting some scare into him with those spinning kicks and spinning punches. Now trying to hold Strickland against the cage as he goes for the single leg. Ooh, but comes right back up and does that striking. Strickland looking pretty composed in there, but he definitely needs to be going first.
1-2 step kick.
Check that kick with the shake.
Begin with the Superman punches, Gunter, so favoring a little bit of flash in his techniques is the South Dakota fighter.
Corner's doing a good job of calling out exact techniques to throw instead of just, throw or move forward. You hear him throwing out exact punches to do and what to look for, which is nice to hear in both corners. Strickland being kind of pushed to the outside of the cage. You always want to take the center, and now he is back to the center, but Gunter seems to kind of take middle whenever he chooses here.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm seeing about Strickland, good shot by Strickland.
Yeah.
And another nice combination. Woo!
Swinging and
Boy, he
miss.
took out the lights with that one. I was just going to say the only thing that I'm not liking about Strickland is he's just waiting a little bit too long.
Agreed. And Gunter here, he has his guard up until he's striking, and then both of his hands seem to come down, which isn't always the smartest move. Here we see Strickland here in on a takedown. We'll see if he can get this finished.
See if we can get those hands clasped and complete the double leg.
Yep. You see a lot of fighters tonight not keeping their head up in the chest when they're trying to do these takedowns, which can be not to their advantage. Doing a good job still kind of controlling.
Ooh. And an uppercut to the groin. Inadvertent, but accurate. Oh, goodness.
Apologizing to the other corner. That's nice of him.
Gunter already saying he's going to be okay, but he does need a little bit of time, at least, for recovery there.
Both fighters acknowledging that it was a bad shot. It's going to be good. Says
Right.
he's ready to go. Didn't
Back
take
to
too
it
much
we go.
time.
No, not at all.
I always wonder what I'd do in that situation. Luckily, I don't have that situation, but I've been poked in the eye pretty good in a fight, but never stopped for it. 10 seconds left. Ooh, nice shots by Strickland. He's just not landing them a lot. And Gunter with the last second takedown there.
With a little stamp on the round with the belly-to-back suplex.
Great. No, that's a good game plan, Work on your striking, work on pressuring, and then those last few seconds, just get a takedown. That's how you win.
Yeah, a little something that...
But I will say, one of these shots landed by Strickland might end this fight. You never know, and he's throwing them hard.
like you said, a couple of athletic-looking guys in there, and we're seeing it there on Strickland. He's basically punched himself into too close of range, allowed Gunter to be able to tie him up. But when Strickland has his punches on point, he's landed a couple of really nice shots.
Yes, he is doing looping shots more than straight ones, though, which might come to his advantage if he would throw those straight down the middle. And from Gunter's side, as Strickland comes in, like standing up really straight, throwing those punches, if he just drops down in the middle of the cage instead of against the cage for a takedown, I really think he could get that done.
Referee was checking a cut over the eye of Strickland in between rounds. I didn't see any blood coming down, but leaking a little chi somewhere maybe.
Both fighters starting a little slower this time, definitely respecting each other,
Yeah,
measuring out.
I was going to say, just a little more measured.
Nice kick by Strickland.
Boy, Strickland
Oh.
everything he has into every one of those shots. And
Looks like he might have shook Gunter there for just a second as he was going against that cage.
His everything is a lot. My goodness.
Something about fighters being coachable. You hear Strickland's corner telling him to pump that jab out, but he's just kind of waiting, just kind of pacing around. Strickland throwing a heavy looping shot again, and Gunter able to take the back. See if he does this kind of suplex style again.
Yeah, Gunter goes for the trip. Nicely done. See what he's able to do on the mat now that he has side control from the back.
Yep. Strickland claims boxer, but he's able to stand up at least here. Just be careful. Oh, Gunter
Jumping
going
for
all the way to the
control.
back.
It looks
He
like
can
it's going to work
flatten him
out for him. Well done.
All right, Gunter already has this in really tight. Referee looking close. Thinks Strickland's going to have to do something here. He's got to turn his back to the ground, hold the
There's
elbow.
the tap.
And tap.
Oh, congratulations to the South Dakota fighter. Mr. Gunter going home, remaining undefeated. Gets the victory by way of rear naked choke. Well done, sir.
Yeah, you couldn't have that anymore, textbook. Flattened him out, got the elbow underneath the chin immediately, and Strickland, you could see, didn't even have a way to, to bend himself or get out of that.
That could be a sketchy move, trying to jump to the back like that.
It can, but
Gunter made it work.
especially if you know their experience level and stuff like that, it can work at this stage. Even that trip's really sketchy. Even that, my coaches call it the suicide trip. You're kind of rolling yourself to the back too. But amazing win by Gunter. Good job taking advantage of the back here, as you can see on the replay.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Oscar Martinez has called a stop to this bout in 1 minute and 13 seconds into the second round for your winner by rear naked choke, Kaine Gunter! With Kaine Gunter here, Kaine, take us through that match.
He fought here a few months ago. Studied that film. I knew he had good straight hands. That was pretty much the whole training camp we did, was training with other people and trying to figure out how to get inside. I still need to work on it, but I didn't know if I could get him down. I think I could hold him there long enough. It just happened to work.
Excellent. So things went the way you had game planned out tonight?
Yes, it did. I knew once I got the calf kick established that he wouldn't like that. I pretty much tried to make that go down under and build like it. I did work so much to his back. And that's
Fantastic work. You looked excellent tonight. Give it up for Kaine Gunter, ladies and gentlemen.